feel like I was involved in it. So I'd like to speak on behalf of my friend, Juan Barroso. So we acknowledge what Juan did was wrong. I think Juan acknowledges it. I think that the punishment far exceeds the crime. I think crime is, incident. The case is, I feel like the punishment is severe compared to what he did, because we have various examples of this happening in town. So, and it happens right here in Town Hall, where you have people who have multiple jobs, okay, who work, who are scheduled for different jobs in different offices at the same time. So that's the issue that I have with it. So if someone is being punished for it or someone is being singled out for it, then we have to single out the others who do it. There are plenty of examples of it.
Nora Meza.
Hi, my name is Nora Meza, and I am Juan's mother. And I just want to address with all of you that you guys all got the wrong guy. Wrong guy. And I'm not speaking on behalf of my son because he's my son. You all got the wrong guy. And shame on all of you. You've seen this sign over and over. Shame on all of you for having him suspended for 161 days. It's unacceptable. My son is a good guy. He was born, do you know where he was born? My son was born in a military hospital in Fort Hood, Texas. And God gave me the blessing. He gave me the blessing that he was born under the United States Army. And God brought him to this life to be an honest man, a genuine, the best person that I know. That's what he is. Okay? And here, all of you, it's taken 161 days to make a decision just because he used the copy machine with his own paper and he used the toner and he also brought his own paper and he also took a course. Okay, like you mentioned, like everybody mentioned here, all of you in here, some of you are doing other jobs. You're gonna tell me that on Black Friday, I'm sorry, not Black Friday, Monday's Cyber Month, whatever, all of you are not on Amazon shopping while you're doing your job to get the discount. Tell me about it. Tell me if any of you don't do that, because whoever tells me you don't, you are liars. And I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry for saying it, because there is my daughter-in-law that is expecting her 4th child. And she's been going through hell to going through all this. And none of you can't make a decision on my son. Shame on you, Chief. Shame on all of you for not making the decision. And it's still to today, nothing has been said. Nothing. Nothing. It's unbelievable that what's going on in this town. And by the way, I do live in Kearny, and next election, you will not see my vote. That is guaranteed. And my twin is over there that she lives in Kearny. She ain't gonna vote for any of you either, because we're twins. There was one thing I want to bring up that I had such a hard moment. June 21st, I had a day off and I was with their boys, the two oldest one, Jaden and Julian. I took them to the stack for breakfast. Sorry, I'm nervous. And then when we left there was a fire on Passaic Avenue. It was the fire, the boat, the houseboat fire, whatever. So I say to myself, and we were gonna go to Marshall to shop, so we couldn't go all the way down. And I said to the boys, oh, there's a fire, we can't go that way. Daddy might be there at that time. You know, my son was there, 99-degree weather, helping out to put this fire down. And I said that to the boys, and you know what they told me? No, abuela, my dad is not there working as a fireman. He goes there after the fire is off because he's the chief to inspect how this fire started it. And I didn't know what to tell them. They didn't know at that time. I don't think they still don't know that his dad has been suspended. They don't. So I kind of shook up and I didn't know what to say. And I went through this with my grandbabies. And once again, shame, shame, shame. Question. I know you guys can't answer questions in reference to my son, but anyone in here, can you please raise your hand and can you survive for being suspended for 161 days with no pay? Can somebody raise your hand? Yeah, come on, raise your hand. Don't be afraid.
Ma'am, please address the council.
No,
or address-
no, this is part of,
Hey,
this is
you
part
can
of what I'm
address-
addressing. This is what I'm addressing on
You
my
are
son,
addressing the
161
council.
days. Honey, I love you with all my heart. And you know that you're a good man. And karma will come. Karma will be back. And one thing I want to tell the chief over there, the only thing that I do, I live right in Midland, right off headquarters. And every time a fire truck passes by the house, I bless arrow those firemen where they're going to make sure they go in safe and get all the people out safe. That I will continue to do for the fire department. But for you, sir, no. Yes. What? Okay. She's my sister.
No, you need to
I-
sign a card and be
Yeah, please
recognized by
select
the
a
clerk.
card.
Ma'am, are you done? Because we do
No.
one at a time. When you're finished, she can speak.
Okay, then I'm done. Thank you, everyone, for supporting my son. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My name is Olga Caparasso. So Funky's my nephew. And like my sister said, you got the wrong guy. My nephew is an honest man, not crooked. And your legacy, like my husband said, your legacy is going to be all crooked politicians. And I know you can't respond, but my nephew's legacy is going to go on and everybody's going to know that my nephew, and they know that my nephew is a great guy and an honest guy. And like my sister said, and this gentleman said, when you're at your job and he's accused of this and that, all this nonsense, well, I want to know, do any of you take a paper clip home? Do you take a pen home? Do you take a pad home from the town? Because that's a felony. And if I were his attorney, I'd subpoena your computer to see what personal emails you guys are sending out during work hours. So let's talk about that. So the other thing I want to say is, you know what? We came to this country with 0 pennies. My parents brought us here, 9 sisters and 1 brother. And our parents taught us to be respectful and to raise our children strong, honest. And that's what my nephew is, an honest man. An honest man, not crooked. He's not a crooked person. All of you are crooked, and you have the power to change this. You have the power. So don't sit there and say that you don't, because you do. You have the power, and so does the chief. And you know what? If I were my nephew, I'd move back to this town. I'd run for mayor, And I take your job, demote everyone, and I would demote him without pay to see how he feels. No pay when he has 3 kids and a wife that's suffering and pregnant. So shame on all of you. Shame on all of you, because you know what? My nephew is an honest guy, and you know it, and all of you know it, and you just used him. You just used him. But you chose, like my sister said, you chose the wrong guy, because you didn't think that my nephew was going to be followed by so many friends and so many people that love him. And guess what? You, Chief, he's doing a shitty job, because you know what? When you have the firefighters and all his friends, you're putting all these guys in a position where they're divided. They're divided. And you're supposed to have a camaraderie where all the firefighters stick together. And shame on him. Shame on him for writing up my nephew to go Mr. Ty's funeral. Shame on him. Shame on him. Where is that camaraderie? And shame on all of you. And I hope that when you guys go to sleep at night, guess what? I hope your house doesn't go on fire. Because you know what? Even though he's suspended, his ass would be right there saving your asses. So shame on all of you. Keep your head up high, because you know what? You're an honest guy, and you're the best. And they know that you're the best. They know it. And your family and your friends love you. And everyone's going to stick behind you because they need to reinstate you. All right? Because they're all crooked. And I want to say thank you to you for sticking up for making a comment for my nephew. And you, I'm sorry about your mother, but guess what? Guess what? Now you want to talk, oh, it's politics? Come on now. This is politics too. So shame on you. And you know what? Karma just bit you right in the ass.
Ma'am, can you please clarify with your last
Excuse me.
comment about karma?
No, Steph, don't.